Let's talk about CMMC compliance. We're going to dive into how you can take this incredibly complex and, let's be honest, sometimes chaotic process and turn it into something that's streamlined, smart, and actually gets things done.
Does this feel familiar? You're trying to navigate CMMC, but it feels like you've been dropped into a maze with no map. There are controls, requirements, documents everywhere, and you have no idea if you're even heading in the right direction. You're not alone, believe me. Well, what if you had a GPS for that maze? That's what this is. It's your command center. A single place designed to cut through all that noise and give you a clear, straightforward path from where you are today all the way to being ready for an audit.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the challenge itself. Then we'll look at building a solid foundation. From there, we'll dive into the intelligent work plan, see how to power it with real evidence, use AI to generate fixes, and finally, get to that feeling of being completely confident and audit-ready.
All right, first things first. You wouldn't start a huge journey without packing your bags, right? It's the same with compliance. Before we do anything else, we have to establish a solid foundation. We need to know who's doing what and what kind of threats we're actually up against.
And that foundation really comes down to three crucial steps. First, you set up your roles. Who are the implementers? Who are the supervisors? Next, you fill out the shared responsibility matrix. This is huge because it makes it crystal clear who owns what, especially if you're using services like AWS or Azure. And finally, you pull in real-world threat intelligence from MITRE's ATTC, so your plan is based on what attackers are actually doing out there, not just theory.
And the best part is, you're not just handed a 100-page manual and told, good luck. As you can see, the platform itself walks you through each of these setup steps, making sure you don't miss a single thing before the real work kicks off. You know, when we talk about threat intelligence, we're not kidding around. The system is pulling from a massive database of, get this, over 5,000 known threat actor relationships from MITRE. That means your compliance plan isn't just a paper exercise. It's a defense strategy built to stand up against actual adversaries.
Okay, so with that solid foundation in place, everything feeds into what I think is the real heart of the whole system, the intelligent work plan. And I want you to forget about static spreadsheets or to-do lists. This thing is a living, breathing, dynamic map for your compliance journey.
So what makes it so intelligent? It's because it pulls information from all the right places. It automatically generates tasks from your initial gap assessments, it can import data from spreadsheets you're already using, and, this is key, it creates tasks based on that MITRE threat intelligence we just talked about. All of this comes together to create one single source of truth for your entire team.
I mean, just look at how simple this is. You can take a massive gap assessment, the kind that used to mean weeks of manual data entry, and with one click, the platform turns every single finding into a concrete assigned task in your work plan. All that manual effort, all the risk of errors, it just vanishes.
And every one of those tasks has its own journey. It follows this strict, totally auditable life cycle. It starts as planned, then someone works on it in progress. When they're done, it's completed. But it's not over. A supervisor has to validate it. And then, ultimately, the C3PAO, the auditor, can approve it. This creates a bulletproof trail for every single thing you do.
Okay, so we've got our smart work plan. It's telling us what to do. But how do we actually do the work and, prove it? This is where we get to the next phase, powering that work plan by turning your existing documents into actual intelligence.
It all starts right here in what's called the file locker. It's super simple. You just securely upload all your important documents, your system security plan, your policies, your network diagrams, you name it. This creates one central, secure library for every piece of evidence you have.
And now, this is where the magic really happens. Once your files are in that locker, the AI gets to work. And it's not just doing a simple keyword search. It's using natural language processing to actually read and understand the meaning of your policies. And then it intelligently maps that content to the specific CMMC controls it satisfies.
And what you get back is this, a detailed analysis report. It's basically a report card for your documentation. It doesn't just tell you if you have evidence, it grades the quality, the relevance, and even how up-to-date it is. It shows you exactly where your evidence is rock solid and where you've got work to do.
Now this right here is the absolute game changer. Those findings from the AI don't just sit in a separate report. They are automatically pushed right back into the work plan. So if the AI finds a weakness in your access control policy, that finding, along with the recommendation, appears directly inside the task to fix it. This creates a feedback loop that makes your work plan smarter and more effective every single day.
So the AI has found a gap, and it's updated your to-do list.
That's fantastic. But what's next? How do you actually fix it? Well, this leads us to what might be the most powerful feature of all: having an expert compliance strategist on demand, ready to generate a solution.
Let's play this out. The system has analyzed your evidence, and, oh, it's confirmed a pretty serious gap in your network protection. Normally, this is where the panic sets in. You'd be scrambling, spending days researching best practices. Here, you just see a button, and it says, Generate Plan.
And boom, with that single click, the AI generates an entire step-by-step implementation guide to fix that exact problem. We're talking a detailed, multi-phase plan breaking down what to do in the first 30 days, the next 60 days, the whole shebang. It takes a massive, complex problem and turns it into a manageable project plan in literally seconds.
So when you put all of these pieces together, what you're really seeing is a fundamental change in how you approach compliance. You're moving away from that constant state of reactive chaos and stepping into a place of proactive control and genuine, audit-ready confidence.
This whole transformation really stands on 4 pillars. You have an automated work plan that's your single source of truth. You have an AI that does the heavy lifting of analyzing your evidence. You get instant, actionable plans that tell you exactly how to fix things. And the whole thing is wrapped in a fully auditable workflow that proves you did the work.
Look, this kind of approach, one that ties everything back to real-time threat intelligence and uses AI to analyze and mitigate, it isn't just about passing today's audit. It's about building a security program that's alive, that can adapt. So it really just leaves you with one final question to ask yourself. Is your compliance posture stuck in the past, or is it actually ready for what's coming next?